Hey, Kyler. You've talked a few times, obviously, about your connection with Christian, but it just feels like it's clicking really well right now, especially down the field. Is there anything different right now, or is it just something that was always going to happen eventually?
Um, I think it was going to happen eventually. I think it wasn't that he wasn't open last season. I think it took me to mature, be more comfortable, understand what my reads were, reading defenses, going through progressions, everything that comes with year two for me personally. So. Yeah, like I said, I think he was open last year. Obviously, didn't get as much love last year as he's getting now. But he's always been a great receiver, great athlete, great football player. So it was it's kind of a like you said, a timing thing.
Hey, Kyler, Cliff was talking about your comfort level, maybe reaching new heights this last month or so, and the numbers seem to reflect that. Do you agree that you've hit another gear in these last 4 games or so? And if so, can you pinpoint why?
I come in every day, just trying to get better each and every day. Just so obviously we're trying to win. I'm trying to win. That's the goal. For me personally, yeah, I think it's time. It's year two. We don't have time to wait around and say we'll do this in year six or year seven. You never know. You never know when your last snap's going to be. So I'm always striving to get better. Always striving to be the best. And I think that every time I go out there on Sunday, that's the ultimate goal is to get a win and put my team in the best possible situation to obviously to get that win.
Next up, Catherine Fitzgerald, Mark McClune, Sierra Santos.
Hey, Kyler. To follow up on Christian Kirk, I know on top of talent, his work ethic is such a big part of it. And when did you start to know that, knowing him for so many years, that he puts in all that extra effort? And do you see him doing anything more at the NFL level than in college?
Oh, we met in high school. You know, I recall watching his highlight tape and be like, yo, who is this kid? Unfortunately, he was looking at A&M, I was looking at A&M. We used to FaceTime each other before Friday night football games, and then we got to A&M, and that's really when I saw, that's when I saw his work ethic. What type of guy he was, just being around him every day. That's when that kind of took off, and then obviously, it transitioned to the NFL. It's no different. He loves the game, and he's a great player.
Hey, Kyler, last Sunday was one of the most physical games we've seen you play. How do you balance kind of wanting to win so bad, wanting to run people over, but also knowing there's another play coming and trying to, the self-preservation thing as well?
Yeah, that was kind of a heat of the moment type of deal. Don't really plan on doing that too much. Obviously we're losing. Got to make a play. Trying to win. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to, trying to win. But at the same time, obviously being smart, taking care of your body, being available for the next play. So yeah, I think it's like I said, it was a heated moment.
After losses, we've seen this team come out in practice and be really energized and almost play in practice with a chip on their shoulders. So what has practice been like this week? It seems like there's just an extra level of motivation after a loss.
Yeah, I don't want to get used to the cycle of losing and then being underdogs and getting hyped and then coming out here against a good team and trying to play and obviously that's not what I want to get into. I want to win every week. Obviously, this is the NFL. It's hard to do that, but I think we just got to be better about locking in, understanding that we can't take any opponent lightly, take any game for granted. Because like I said, you never know when it's going to be your last. So that's how I play. That's how I see it. I think we gotta lock in from week to week.
Next up, Kent Summers, Kyle Odegaard, Catherine Fitzgerald.
Kyler, you obviously don't have a lot of experience with losing. I was wondering, what are you like an evening after a loss, and how long does it take you to get over one?
Um, well, a loss is a loss. We're not gonna be too happy. But I've kind of I don't want to say I've gotten better with it, but I've definitely learned how to see the positives in the game. And kind of take the good with the bad, and just I got to be positive. I got to be optimistic. It's a long season. This isn't college football. It's not one game and you're done. You have more opportunities in the league. Obviously, we don't want to let any slip, but we still got a long season ahead of us.
Kyler, you mentioned trying to win in year 2 instead of waiting until year 5 or year 6. And I think in the past, quarterbacks did maybe take that long. The fact that the Ravens and the Chiefs and some of these other teams won pretty quickly with young quarterbacks, did that give you more confidence, or is that just kind of your personality where you feel like you can win whenever you're on the field?
Yeah, I feel like whenever I'm on the field, I told you I feel like I'm the best player on the field. And I mean, I always have the ball in my hands. It's my job to, lead the offense down the field, put touchdowns up. I don't limit myself to any, amount of time needed or years or anything like that. I think, when I touch the field, I'm obviously a lot more comfortable understanding the offense. Our guys are more comfortable. We're obviously playing a lot better. But as far as personally, every time I touch the field, I'm trying to go hard. And that's just how it's always been. That's how I was raised. That's how I was taught to play the game.
Kyler, to go off of Kent's question, big picture, obviously, like being the number 1 overall pick, that's a dream come true, but it means you're going to a team that's coming off of a rough season. And usually teams like that take a little bit of time just to get everything together. Do you think that's a harder transition than people realize sometimes, just like for number 1 picks overall to then have to go through something like this before getting back to where you were at, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I think people don't understand how hard it is to play quarterback in general, but I mean that's why you're the number 1 pick. You're the number 1 pick for a reason. That team obviously has faith in you. They feel like you're the best player available, and your job is to come in, produce, and kind of turn it around. And I don't really feel like there's any pressure or anything like that. I just go out there, do me, play my game, and trust my reads, and obviously have faith in my teammates. They have faith in me. So there's no pressure. You just gotta, I don't know. It depends on the person, honestly.
We'll wrap it up with the last 2. Darren Urban, Cam Cox.
Tyler, both you and Josh Allen have been really good in terms of being elusive. In general, and I know you're not a front office guy or personnel guy, but do you feel like with guys like you and Josh and even Russell before that, with the way the quarterback position is going, is this what quarterback's going to be going forward? Rather, not really having just a stand guy in the pocket, you're going to have these guys that move around as much as you guys do.
I mean, if I was a coach, I like a guy that can do both. Just because you got options, you got. It opens up the offense a little bit more. You're a lot more dynamic. Get out of sticky situations. And then in football, especially in the NFL, there's going to be a lot of sticky situations because everybody's so good. So that's just that's my take on it.
Hey, Kyler, when you turn on the tape, what do you see from the Bills' defense?
I say it every week. I don't underestimate any opponent. This is the NFL. If you don't execute on Sundays, you can be beat. They're obviously a great team, great defense. So, we just got to execute in order to put ourselves in position to win the game.